Hi and welcome to John's Maths Book. In this video, we're going to be looking at integration by substitution or U substitution. If you like the video, then please hit the like button and I'd be delighted and honored if you'd subscribe to the channel. Without further ado, let's go over to the whiteboard. Integration by substitution or U substitution is a special method of integration when what we are trying to integrate is set up in a particular way. To use this method, we need to be able to write our integral in the form where we have the integral of an outside function f and an inside function g of x multiplied by the derivative of g of x dx. So when we have an integral in this form, we can then substitute a value of u for the function g of x. And then the derivative of u with respect to x is du by dx, which is equal to g prime x, and then du is equal to g prime x dx, and hence we have it in the form of the integral of the outside function f of u du. So let's look at an example here. So we have the indefinite integral of 2x cos of x squared plus 3 dx. In this case, u, our inside function, is u equals x squared plus 3. If we differentiate u with respect to x, we get du by dx equal to 2x. So as you notice, we have 2x when we differentiated u with respect to x, and we also have 2x in our integral. So du is equal to 2x dx. So we now have the dx part 2. So now we can do our substitution. So now we have the integral of cos u and 2x dx is equal to du. So if we now integrate cos u du, we get sine u. And now if we substitute our u value back into this, this becomes the sine of x squared plus 3. And that's plus a constant of integration. So now let's take a look at another example. We want to find the indefinite integral of 4x times x squared plus 5 to the power of 3 dx. So in this case, let's pick u is equal to x squared plus 5. So the derivative of u with respect to x, so du by dx, is equal to 2x. So du is equal to 2x dx. So if we look at our original integral, we've got a substitution for u, and then we're left with 4x dx. So here we've got 2x dx. So if we multiply both sides by 2, we get 2 du equal to 4x dx. So now we have it in the correct form. So let's do our substitution. So now we have the integral. So x squared plus 5 is u. We have u to the power of 3. And 4x dx is 2 du. That's multiplied by 2 du. So we have 2 times the integral of u to the power 3 du. So now we can easily integrate this using the power rule. So we have 2 times u to the power of 3 plus 1, which is 4, divided by 3 plus 1, which is 4, plus the constant of integration. So this is u to the power of 4 divided by 2 plus the constant of integration. So if we now substitute back in for u, we have x squared plus 5, which is u, and this is now to the power of 4 divided by 2 plus the constant of integration. So let's try and perform the indefinite integral of 8x multiplied by the square root of 40 minus 2x squared dx. So let's pick u equals 40 minus 2x squared. So du by dx equal to minus 4x. So du is minus 4x dx. As you can see, we're looking for 8x dx, and we have minus 4x dx. And not to worry, we can multiply both sides by minus 2. So minus 2 du equal to 8x dx. So now we have it in the format that we need. So let's perform our substitution. So we have the integral. If we substitute for u, we have u to the power of a half multiplied by 8x dx. That's multiplied by minus 2 du. We take the minus 2 outside of the integral sign. We have minus 2, then integral of u to the power of a half du. So if we use the power rule to integrate this, we have minus 2 u to the power of a half plus 1 divided by a half plus 1 plus the constant of integration. So this is equal to minus 2 times u to the power of 3 over 2 divided by 3 over 2 plus c. So this is equal to minus 2 times 2 over 3 times u to the power of 3 over 2 plus c, which is equal to minus 4 divided by 3 times u to the power of 3 divided by 2 plus c. So now if we substitute u back in, it becomes minus 4 over 3 times 40 minus 2x squared to the power of 3 over 2 plus c. So let's try this one. Let's find the indefinite integral of x cubed multiplied by e power of x to the power of 4 dx. So in this case, let's pick u is equal to x to the power of 4. So u equals x to the power of 4. So du by dx is equal to 4x cubed. So du is equal to 4x cubed dx. So this is not quite in the format that we need. We have an x cubed dx, but here we've got 4x cubed dx. So if we divide both sides by 4, we have du divided by 4 is equal to x cubed dx. So now we have it in the format that we need. So now let's perform our substitutions. So we have the integral of, so substituting for u, we have e to the power of u, and substituting for x cubed dx, we have du divided by 4. So if we take 1 over 4 outside of the integral, we have 1 over 4 multiplied into the integral of eu du. So if we integrate that, we get e to the power of u divided by 4 plus a constant of integration. So if we substitute u back into this expression, we get e to the power of x to the power of 4 divided by 4 plus constant of integration. So now let's try and perform the indefinite integral of 3x squared divided by 2x cubed minus 1 to the power of a third dx. So in this case, let u equal 2x cubed minus 1. So du by dx equal to 6x squared. So du is 6x squared dx. As you can see, this is not quite in the right form. We have 3x squared dx. But that's no trouble because we can just divide both sides by 2. So du by 2 equal to 3x squared dx. Now we have it in the right form where we can substitute for u. So we have the integral. So substituting for u, we have 1 divided by u to the power of a third multiplied by, and substituting for 3x squared dx, we have a half du. So tidying this up a little bit, we have, take the half outside the integral sign, we have the integral of u to the power of a minus 1/3 du. So if we now integrate this, we have a half times, and using the power rule, we have u minus 1/3 plus 1 divided by minus 1/3 plus 1 plus a constant. This is equal to a half times u to the power of 2/3 divided by minus the third plus 1 is 2/3 plus constant. So this is a half multiplied by 3 over 2 multiplied by u to the power of 2/3 plus a constant. This is 3/4 u to the power of 2/3 plus a constant. So if we now substitute back in for u, we get this is 3/4 multiplied by, and u is 2x cubed minus 1. So 2x cubed minus 1 to the power of 2/3 plus a constant.